Going to the National Civil Rights Museum was an eye-opening experience for me because it exposed me to many of the harsh injustices that I had not fully understood yet. I can still vividly remember seeing the conditions that Africans faced on slave ships during the Middle Passage. They were shackled to the walls of the boat with so many people stuffed in that they could hardly move. Then they were stuck like that for 6 to 8 weeks as they were underfed, often leading to starvation and illness that would lead to death. And if that wasn't bad enough, they were tormented by their captors on the boat, all while knowing they were about to be sold into slavery. The imagery and statues in the museum help you understand what it was like to be in their position and empathize with the pain they went through. This is true without the museum, as it helps bring humanity into all aspects of the civil rights movement. This is most embodied by the physical Lorraine Motel, as you could see how Dr. King spent his last day. What struck me about this is that I had always seen him as a larger-than-life figure, a celebrity, but the motel and his room were just ordinary. I was used to celebrities living a life of wealth and luxury, but that is not what Dr. King had. Instead, he was a courageous man who, like many others, took a stand against the injustices he saw in the world. I think this makes him even more special because he not only becomes a figure you look up to, but also one you can relate and empathize with. Another exhibit that better helped me understand the humanity of the African Americans involved in the civil rights movement was the exhibit about the Montgomery bus boycott. The largest figure in this was Rosa Parks, who refused to give up her seat on a bus and got arrested for it. This one simple act created a movement, which really shows the power that lies within every individual. This is furthered by the fact that the boycott was made up of normal people who just decided they would not ride the bus and would instead walk or carpool. This choice by an individual was multiplied since the whole community of Montgomery was involved and helped create change. And this can show the unstoppable force that a community can have when they are united for a common goal. Unfortunately, not all the exhibits show the hope that is created in the civil rights movement, as there is often violence that was occurred. This can be seen in the exhibits about Birmingham and about the Freedom Riders. The Freedom Riders were a mixed group riding buses throughout the South, trying to use their newfound freedoms after segregation was outlawed in bus terminals. This sent the South into a frenzy, often meeting the riders with violence, with the worst case being in Anniston, Alabama. There, the bus was firebombed, and when the passengers escaped, they were beaten. Physically seeing the bus where this happened is jarring, as you can imagine the riders peacefully sitting there when they were attacked and beaten. Although this sounds like this would scare off future riders, people stepped up, showing their determination to have better lives, even if they had to overcome a lot of adversity. Overall, the National Civil Rights Museum does an excellent job at illustrating the success and struggle that was faced during the civil rights movement, while helping you connect to the people that were involved.